Hey, what's up, dear viewers of YouTube? My name is Mark and welcome back to my channel. A few weeks ago, I actually recorded a video and it's about Bitcoin price prediction, and I was trying to edit it. I was trying to really give you my price analysis, although I'm not a big guru when it comes to TA. I know technical analysis. I did study it for many years. No matter how you look at it, Bitcoin is still manipulated by few large entities. No matter how much you want to believe in it or not, us small timers and hodlers do not really impact the price that much yet. Hopefully eventually it will change when Bitcoin grows and establishes itself as a true medium of exchange or true store of value that more companies and institutions and governments will look at. Even though I am a big moon boy inside, I want to give you the realistic view of what might happen in a very near future. And believe me, the sooner it happens, the better it is. And now let's transition to the charts where I can show you what I'm talking about. Let's go to BLX chart. BLX actually is the oldest Bitcoin chart that can only give you weekly, daily, and monthly data. You cannot pull up hourly charts or whatever, and we don't really need hourly charts. So let's go by weekly to make it easier. And here you can see the chart for Bitcoin from pretty much its inception. Let's get rid of this. So I recently made a video about Bitcoin, and I did say that it looks like the bottom is in based on the Fib extensions and retracements. Feel free to look at that chart, look at that video and watch it in the description, or maybe I'm gonna pin it here on the top somewhere here. All right, and let me tell you why I think Bitcoin will most likely drop to under $24,000 level. So here is a CME futures chart, Bitcoin CME futures. These futures were launched in December of 2017, and you can see that as soon as the futures were launched, Bitcoin started to drop big time. And why Bitcoin CME futures is important is because there's this concept of CME gaps. I don't know if you guys heard about these, but basically CME gap, whenever it occurs, eventually Bitcoin goes to that level or above or below to fill that gap. So for example, we had this gap right here. Let me zoom in. So, and the reason why these gaps happen is because Bitcoin trades on exchanges 24/7, 365 days a year, and CME futures only trade on weekdays, and the hours of the actual trading is from, I believe, 9 to 5 or something like that. So for example, you can see here that there's a gap, right? There's a gap when Bitcoin was at 73.25, and then it opened at 7,100. This gap was filled within about a month. So right here, this gap was filled, and then Bitcoin started to drop again. Now, and this is weekly gaps are very serious. Hourly gaps, 4 hourly gaps, I'm not really too concerned with. I don't look at them. And look at this gap right here. In 98 days, it took for this gap to be filled. It was on June 10th, the week of June 10th of 2019, when the price gapped up and it opened at about $500 over the closing price from Friday. And look, it took 98, and people thought this is it. I remember those days like it was yesterday. Within couple of weeks, it went up from 9,000 or 8,500 all the way to 14,000, and people thought this is it. We're gonna retrace a little bit and then we're gonna go to $20,000. That's how most of these moon boys, Crypto, Carl from the Moon. I actually stopped watching Carl from the Moon because he is nothing but a flapper who wants you to join his Bybit link. I respect Chris from Crypto. I like him, even though I stopped watching his videos, but you know, I kind of like him as a person. He has this nice charisma, I guess, about him. But anyway, this video is not about Crypto or Moon, Carl from the Moon. So let's get back to the this whole concept of gap theory. So see right here, the gap was formed from 8,500 down to 82.35. And Bitcoin, this was a bloody Thursday of Corona dump. And guess what? Eventually, this gap was filled. I'm not sure why no one talks about the gap theory about CME. No one. I don't really watch many YouTubers nowadays. I watch George from Cryptos Are Us, and I watch Crypto Banter. Why? Because I need my hopium for the day. So they give me that hopium and I kind of go with my day. But I know that this is not realistic. They just have very biased opinion about things, and it's totally understandable. I am the same way, guys. But I'm just looking at this as a realist, and I do expect, I'm not sure when will it happen. Well, whether it's going to be next week, next month, or end of the year. But in my opinion, the sooner we get to this point, the better it is. And this point is right here. I found another gap here, which is right over at $9,400, but it's actually not a significant gap because again, this is a weekly gap and it's not a huge one. This gap is actually huge. So even if you're gonna count the wicks, so see right here from 24,470 all the way to 26,000, so $2,000 gap. This is probably the biggest gap that Bitcoin has seen in its history, really. I think this is the biggest, or definitely biggest gap when it comes to dollar terms. I'm not sure about percentage terms, but normally these gaps, when they get filled, they don't just quickly get filled and then move back up. Normally they get filled and then the price continues to go down for a little bit more. So if we get to $20,800, $21,000 price range, $22,000 price range, if we'll get to this level or to these levels, I will not be surprised. And again, in my opinion, the sooner we'll get to the fill this gap, the better it is for Bitcoin price. I think it's better for us to just flush out the weekends, whoever is left, go down to 24, 25,000, and then shoot back up. So guys, believe it or not, these price manipulations do happen because of big whales and big institutions. Whenever the price of an asset is down, it tells the entire world that asset is dropping. Big companies and institutions, they don't want to catch a falling knife. They would rather see a true capitulation, huge volume, and then they buy the dip if that happens. If you look at this chart, do you really see huge capitulation? I mean, look at this. The price on the biggest drop when Bitcoin fell from 46,000 down to 30,000 in a matter of a couple of days in May. Look at this volume. It's not a significant volume. Look at this chart. Do you really look at this as capitulation? Look at this volume of a candle. Well, it actually does look like it could be capitulation, but it's nothing close to this volume. You know, look at this volume. And anyway, what I really wanted to talk about, guys, what I really wanted to say is that we have a gap to fill. Bitcoin is in downtrend. We are below 21-week moving average, way below it. We are below 200-day moving average. Let's switch to daily. And we are below all of the important moving averages. So this is 200-day moving average, and we are below. So I will not change my my bias, my opinion about us going to 24K, at least 24,000. So it could be 20, it could be 22 or whatever. And like I said, I made the video about it before, but I didn't really edit it, and now it's already kind of stale dated. It's not gonna make much sense because the dates, the price is pretty much the same, but the dates were like June 25th. So I wanted to make a video in July, and by the way, today is July 8th. So again, finally, I will say this, Bitcoin will probably, in my opinion, go down to these levels right here of 24,000, and probably even lower than this, probably even lower, 21 to 20. And actually, I did not even notice it, but if you zoom in and look at it closely, you can see that there's another gap right here. There's another gap right over here at about $18,000 level. So yeah, there's a big chance that this is actually a huge gap also. I did not see it until I started talking about this on this video, really. So this is another huge gap. And if you look at the fibs, let's pull up weekly chart again. And again, I'm not a big trader. I usually do swing trades and whatnot. I don't try to catch tops or bottoms. I try to take my profits as I go. So as soon as let's close this. So as soon as we broke above for good this 21-week moving average, so we broke above this 21-week moving average at about April of 2020, and we moved all the way to 64,000, give or take. And okay, this 382% level is absolutely important, and this is very, very critical. So you can also use fib levels differently. I can show you that right now. So when Bitcoin broke down and broke below 21-week moving average, see, this level was a strong level of support. 0.618 is 17K level, and that's the level that I was just talking about when I said that I won't be surprised if we go down to 17K level. Again, when an asset is dropping, people, institutions, retail, formal buyers, everyone is afraid of Bitcoin. They're gonna call it a scam, they're gonna call it a Ponzi, they're gonna call it it doesn't work. They're gonna bash on it each and every way possible. When Bitcoin is going up, everyone is foaming in and it's going up again and again. Oh my God, I'm missing the boat. Let me buy. It's silly how we operate, we as humans, but normally when something is going down, nobody wants to buy it. So unless a big whale comes in and places a huge market buy order to send the price from where we are now, 33,000, 34,000, all the way to about 40, I guarantee you a lot of bots will kick in and they will start buying Bitcoin they will start buying Bitcoin with the market buy orders. Believe me, it's gonna be insane, because again, a lot of people wanna buy when the trend is up, and they want to sell when the trend is down. And right now the trend is down. You can easily draw the line and just sell whenever we get to these levels. Whenever Bitcoin hits these levels, just sell, and you won't be you won't be wrong by doing that. But what do I know? I don't know much about it. It's okay. So this is one way to look at the fib levels, that it could probably go to the 17,000. If you want to look at 200-day moving average instead, and let's hide 21 and let's change the chart to daily. All right, so if you look at this point when Bitcoin actually broke above 200-day moving average. Boom, boom. And we're gonna draw the line to 64,000, give or take. And look, again, the 0.618 level is at about $17,000, level. I guess Bitcoin broke above this level at the same time as it did when it comes to weekly MA. So, and finally, I also like to use extension, Bitcoin extension. So if you go to Fib, instead of choosing Fib Retracement, we choose trend-based Fib extension. So from the local bottom, which is a Corona dump, if we extend the line to where Bitcoin broke above 200-day moving average, which was about 7,900, and draw a line like this, leave it parallel, we can see that, oh, look at this, this is crazy. 14.618 was at this level. Does it kind of look familiar what this number means? That's crazy. I did not prepare for this, guys. I did not plan to draw this. I was just trying to see where the bottom could be, but look at this. This is actually perfectly, plays out perfectly. And this is how the big boys institutions look at it. Let's see where we had a massive sell-off. What about this? Look at this, 5.1618 level. Look at this, crazy resistance, crazy support level. Don't you see this? That's insane. That's insane. This is actually where Bitcoin kind of bottomed. So the level that I was talking about was either $22,000 level. Once we break the 24K level, I believe we're gonna either bottom at 22,000 or this level right here, 17, 18. Yeah. Again, I did not kind of plan to really draw this, and I didn't prepare to make this analysis with the Fib extensions. That's why the numbers could be a little off, but you get the point. Definitely use the extension tool to see where the resistance could be, especially when you are trading an asset that broke all-time high. You don't know where the resistance is, so anyway, guys, I hope this video was somewhat helpful, even if nobody will watch it, and I hope Bitcoin does not go down to $22,000 or $17,000 levels. I hope it won't, but if it will, at least I'll have some proof to show you guys that I was correct. But again, I hope it won't happen. All right, guys, have a great day. Be safe, be happy, be blessed, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.